It's time for the Cooper Group's road trip. We're traveling in a brand new 2008 Kia Spectra. The Spectra comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And during the month of April, stop into Cooper Kia and find out about 0% financing and cashback offers. Today, we're going to take a culinary cruise through Cooperstown. Great food is just one of the many reasons people visit this area. They come for the art, the natural scenery, and the architecture. And we hear some even come for baseball. You can spend an entire day taking a historical tour of the village, where author James Fenimore Cooper spent his last days. Cooperstown was named for his father, Judge William Cooper, who in 1806 set aside land for the construction of a church. Christ Episcopal Church was built as a simple country church, but in the 1940s it was Gothicized under the direction of James Fenimore. The interior of the church and its stained glass windows recently underwent a restoration in anticipation of the church's 200th anniversary.
While you're walking along River Street here in Cooperstown, take the time to stop into Christ Episcopal Church. It's open from 7 o'clock in the morning until at least 5 in the afternoon every day of the week. And take a look at the window on your right as you come in, the first window on the right. I'm standing in front of it. It is a Tiffany original. Do you know how you can tell that it's a Tiffany? For one thing, the color is not just on the glass as it would be with stained glass windows, but it is in the glass. The other thing is that what you see from the inside, you can also see from the outside as an exact mirror image. Christ Episcopal Church will be celebrating its 200th anniversary in 2 years, and outside of the church is a cemetery. In the cemetery is buried the namesake of Cooperstown, William Cooper, and just a few feet from his tomb, which is over there, is the tomb of the famous James Fenimore Cooper. Here in the Cooper family burial ground, I counted, I think, more than 50 people, all of whom were Coopers. In fact, the last one buried here was in 1996, Marion Erskine Cooper. There is one person buried here who was not a Cooper. His name is Joseph Stewart, and he was a freed slave, and he was considered to be a member of the family by the Coopers, such that he's buried with them. If April tax season has you down, then come down here to Cooperstown, because here at the Tunnicliffe you can have a prime rib or steak and crab or a full lobster for just $14.95 during the month of April. If you remember back to when this show started some 3 years ago, this was one of the first places that we visited. And we're going to go in there and check things out. We've heard that Chef John is back here. Let's find out if he is. Hey, Chef John, good to see you again.
How you been?
Good, good. John is back here at the Tunnicliffe in Cooperstown. How does it feel to be back?
Oh, it's great. I've always loved working here. Been here for years. Went away for a little while, but it's wonderful being back. It really is.
Good.
Yeah.
We have a long day of filming ahead, so Chef John was kind enough to whip up a snack to hold over our cameraman. When he's not creating culinary masterpieces, John tells us he's still keeping busy with his painting.
At the end of a dusty...
What do you get when country living and the slow food movement meet scientists and chemical engineers? You get Cooperstown cheese, and one taste of their creamy handcrafted cheese will make you believe in magic.
She hasn't been acting the same.
Little Miss Muffet sat in her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Well, coming here to the Cooperstown cheese store today, we all know what curds are, but I didn't know until today what the whey is. And the whey is the liquid that is left over after the butter, fat, and protein is taken out of the milk. And come on down here and try their cheeses. They make at least 10 different varieties, and the flavors are unbelievable. It's all totally fresh. It's made here. My favorite turned out to be the Jersey Girl Raw Milk Colby cheese. It is made from the milk of Jersey cows who are grass-fed, and I'm telling you, it is so creamy and buttery that you are going to want to come down here just to get some of this.
We first opened the store in late April last year, and we got our licenses and opened our cheese plant in June. My grandfather was a cheesemaker from Syracuse. He made German style, basically Limburger cheese, and I had had it as a hobby all my life. Sharon Tomaselli is my partner. Actually, the two of us come from the paper industry. She was my boss. Sharon's background's in chemistry and also in business. So. For the cheeses we made today, we pasteurized the milk early this morning, and we cool the milk down after pasteurizing to 88 degrees. We add cultures in. The cultures are basically bacteria that break down the milk sugars and start to sour the milk. After about an hour, we add what's called rennet. And rennet is a cheese-making enzyme that will cause the milk to curdle. Once we've curdled the milk, the curd comes to the top, and it's a thick blanket on top of our cheese vat. And once it's the right consistency, about the consistency of Jell-O, a little bit less than Jell-O, we cut the curd, and we cut it into little cubes, about a ½ inch cubes, and very gently start stirring it. We hand stir the curd, and we start increasing the temperature of the vat. As we're doing that, that curd is letting whey out, and it's getting heavier and heavier. And then, as you saw, we start dipping curd out when it gets to the right conditions to make some of the cheeses we make.
Come down today and buy a pound of their handcrafted cheese, and you will get a ½ pound for free.
What goes better with